Okay, well, let's transition to a hot topic happening
Transition, you say?
You caught me on my pun. Okay. We're transitioning to a hot topic with Tim Newton today, and we were discussing with Chris Parker on Chris Parker Retired Working for You and how you monetize your platforms. And obviously he went down that service route. He's doing medical tourism. Yourself, you're going to be getting into retirement tourism. Does that align with Tim Newton today and what you're all about?
Well, it's sort of putting 2 and 2 together and getting 17. Years ago, I saw a movie called The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. I'm sure a lot of your viewers have seen it. And I thought, what a great idea, outsourcing tourism. In that film, there were 7 or 8 elderly British people, all from different areas, who for whatever reason weren't able to afford to retire in their own country. So they'd go to another country, in that case, India. And of course, they go to the internet and they find this place that promises a palace with sort of hordes of elephants wandering through the paddocks. And when they went there, it was just a dump, and that provides the comedy for the show. But the key phrase in it was, why retire? Why die in your own country where you can come here and die instead? And I mean,
will that be your slogan?
No, probably not. But the idea of providing a high quality, a place where people can, with all the services for retired people, which may be anything from being able to get a visa for a long stay, or it may be something like renting a car or being picked up at the airport, getting good medical services. We'd have all that covered, but essentially it's really just an elaborate, only 7 rooms. When I say rooms, I mean they're large, 150 square metre rooms, but it's really just a glorified hotel. And but I'm going to try and use my program to leverage to those people who watch it, who are a lot of 40-plus males and females, who may be looking to think to themselves, I can't afford to retire in my own country, but you could afford to retire here quite comfortably in Thailand. Now, I've got 12 years of experience. I've met so many people. A lot of my friends are fellow retirees. There probably isn't much I don't know about retiring in Thailand. A lot of people think it's all about visa and getting a condo. That is about 2% of what you need to do to retire in Thailand. There's so much more. And getting back to what we were talking about earlier, a lot of it is to do with mental health, coming with a plan, coming with something to do. The worst thing you can do is just arrive in Thailand with a wad of money and thinking, right, it's going to be like my 7-day holiday in Patong 20 years ago. Retiring here is nothing like that. And we want to be able to provide the information to advise people that there are a lot of other things you need to think about besides getting a visa and a place to live.
Are you going to have a special place for Steve Ross that can welcome all the guests?
I think we'll probably invite Steve once a week to sit at the head of the table and wax lyrical and the world according to Steve. He'd be a very welcome guest.
And
I don't want him moving in, but
God, yeah. I mean, hey, Steve, you're welcome once a week. It's probably just about enough. If you enjoyed this content, we're doing 5 clips like this a week. If you want to watch the full podcast, click here.